What's going on, guys? It is Ranger Flame, and welcome everyone back to Boruto Naruto Next Generations episode 49. And today's episode was just filler. It was just a filler episode. It focuses on Team 15. It's kind of the other squads, if you think about it. You know, there's Boruto's group, with Mitsuki and Sarada. There's, of course, Shikadai and his group. And then, of course, you have Iwabe and Denki's. And now we're on Samir, the class rep. I'm pretty sure I'm saying her name right, with Wasabi and this other character who uses the Cry Jutsu. I don't really know. I don't really care about her character at all. But today we just learned about their group. We kind of get Denki's group last time, and now we're getting theirs. And then next episode, it's going to focus on the Chunin exam. Like, it's going to be the Chunin exam arc starting next episode. And it was just kind of giving us, kind of those episodes learning more about different characters and their developments and etc. like that. Really what kind of caught me just this episode, only just this episode, was kind of Samir's character development, because knowing from her, she was a villain, she wanted to destroy the Hidden Leaf Village, back in episode 20 or something like that in Boruto, and of course, Boruto saved her life, and she kind of does have feels for Boruto in this episode when she does meet Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki when they complete their mission, while they're at that kind of exam place. And it's kind of thanks to Boruto that she is still here. But the problem that she has with this episode today is she's keeping a really big secret from her whole team. Well, not really her whole team. We have Hanabi, which is their sensei, which is pretty cool. So I love seeing more of Hanabi's character. I do like Hanabi, in the series, and even back in Naruto Shippuden. We've seen a little bit about her in Naruto, but, in this episode, she was kind of keeping the secret from Noel, or Nu, because she thought if she told, her other, teammates, that they would just hate her. She was the one that wanted to destroy the village, and now she's kind of at this point that she's become a ninja of the Hidden Leaf. So she figured if she tells them, they will hate her. That's kind of what she was feeling this whole entire episode. But it's kind of a reality check that they knew about her, and they're just kind of waiting for Samir to tell them the truth and what's her power and etc. like that. So that's kind of really their character development, though. Wasabi and the other character, I don't really give a crap about them at all. Their mission today was just to, get petting zoo animals. That's kind of what it was. They escaped from the petting zoo, and they needed to grab each single one and return it back. That's kind of what it was. So in this, they're tracking each single one down until it came to this monkey, and the monkey was the one that, kind of set all these animals free, the one at the start of this episode, and he was the last one. And then I guess the action part of today's episode was when this giant wolf was, attacking, the team. It was the last part that, Samir didn't tell them. It was kind of a late response that this wolf got out as well, and it was a really big dangerous wolf. It was pretty huge, not just an ordinary one. It had chakra, it had abilities, etc. like that, and it wasn't really just kind of action. It was just kind of hey, this thing's scary, and then they took it out like that. We see what their kind of jutsu is, with Wasabi. She has this, cat cloak jutsu, which each one is different. One can speed up, one can, attack better, and etc. And then we learn from the other character, I forget her name, but I don't really kind of want to focus on her character because she's kind of a meh. She's kind of just there, which is a crying jutsu, which she just screams pretty loud. If you kind of know what part I'm talking about in this episode, if you have headphones on and you listen to kind of what her jutsu is, it's quite a bit annoying. I was like, man, her character just got worse. But that's kind of what the episode was here today. I don't really want this to make it a short review or whatever, but it kind of, that's what the episode was. It was filler. I just kind of feel like it was just put there. But we definitely do needed an episode like this, though. Even though if it did suck or etc. like that, I felt like we did definitely, needed this, from character development from this team right here. Because all these teams are eventually going to go into the Chunin exam right here. Which teams are going to move on, etc. And we got to learn from them, just like what we did with Denki's, group last episode, I do believe. So, yeah, that's kind of what it was today. Just kind of Samir, kind of revealing her secret to her team. They already knew already, and they're just kind of waiting for her to tell, her secret to them so they know that they're okay. It's kind of just one of those Naruto moments where, you just kind of think of something, if someone did something bad and your teammates already knew and they just want you to tell them the truth, etc. like that. So with this episode here today, though, I just kind of, I'm not really going to give it a pass. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10 today. I'm just giving it a low range just because, it's one of these episodes I'm never going to really go back to. It was just kind of like, I just didn't like it. It didn't get me excited. It didn't really let me smile throughout the whole episode. It was kind of like when we're learning about character development like that, I was just like, okay, that's kind of interesting. That's cool right there. But all in all, guys, I just feel like next week is going to be a good start. Next week is when the tuning exams are going to begin. This is where that big arc happens. This is where the stuff in the movie is going to come into the episodes right here, and Boruto is going to be exciting. But it's just like any other anime. We're going to get episodes like this. It's, going to be filler. They're going to be kind of crap. Some filler are good, but sometimes we get this crap filler. It's here and there, all that stuff. But, I'm just going to move past it, walk along, just kind of forget about it and everything else. If you guys enjoyed this review here today, you guys make sure to hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what your favorite part was in today's episode. And make sure you guys to leave a like. And we'll see you guys next week for another Boruto review.